A millionaire father thought his daughter had everything. Until one morning, he saw her going to school in ripped clothes. What he found inside the classroom shocked the entire city. No one expected the richest man in the city, Daniel Pierce, to freeze in shock at 7:30 a.m. on an ordinary weekday. But that morning, as he stood by the massive glass window of his mansion, sipping his coffee, his world shattered. Across the driveway, his 7-year-old daughter Lily stepped out of the car wearing a torn, faded school dress, the shoulder seam ripped and her shoes nearly broken. Daniel's heartbeat stopped. My daughter, looking like this? The maid beside her walked casually, unaware of his burning gaze. For the first time in months, Daniel realized he had been so drowned in business that he hadn't even noticed how his own daughter was living. But this was beyond neglect. Something was wrong. Very wrong. He put down his cup, grabbed his keys, and whispered, I'm going to the school. Right now. The road blurred as Daniel drove, his thoughts racing faster than the car. Lily was his world, the only reminder he had of his late wife, Emily. After her passing, he had hired people, caretakers, and staff to ensure Lily was never alone. But what he saw today, a torn dress, dirty backpack, worn-out shoes, his hands tightened on the steering wheel. Someone wasn't taking care of her. Or worse, someone was mistreating her, and he had failed to see it. He replayed Lily's small, quiet voice from the night before. Daddy, can you come to my school someday? He had been too busy, and now guilt was eating him alive. When Daniel arrived near the school, he didn't enter through the main gate. Instead, he parked quietly across the street and watched from afar. Within seconds, he saw Lily walking toward the building, clutching her books close. A group of students glanced at her torn dress and whispered. One girl laughed, another pointed. A boy muttered, look at her clothes. Lily kept her head down like she was used to it. Daniel felt something break inside him. His fists clenched as if he could punch the entire world. But before he could calm himself, he saw something else, something worse. A teacher approached Lily and shouted at her, not talking, shouting, you're late again. Do you think the school runs on your time? Lily stammered, I'm sorry. I tried to come early. Daniel's jaw tightened. How long has she been treated like this? Why didn't she tell me? He waited for the teacher to leave and quickly walked inside, unnoticed. He followed Lily to her classroom window and saw her sit in the last row alone. Kids avoided her. One moved his chair when she sat down. Another whispered, don't sit with her, her dress is dirty. Lily silently opened her notebook. Many pages were torn. Her pencil was tiny, half-used. Her backpack had holes. Daniel felt a lump in his throat. His daughter wasn't just being ignored. She was being bullied, isolated, embarrassed, alone. How did things reach this point without him knowing? Daniel walked straight to the principal's office. I want an explanation, he said, voice calm but deadly. The principal looked up nervously. Mr. Pierce, to what do we owe? My daughter, he interrupted. Why is she wearing torn clothes? Why is she being bullied? Why is she being yelled at by teachers? The principal froze. Sir, we didn't know. You didn't know, Daniel repeated, stepping forward slowly, because no one cared to look. The principal swallowed hard. One of the staff members brings her every day. She mentioned Tom. Your daughter refuses new clothes. Daniel frowned. Refuses? Lily loved new dresses. This made no sense. He immediately returned home. The maid, Clara, was in the kitchen. Clara, he said sternly, where are Lily's new clothes? Clara stuttered, sir. She spoils them quickly, so I thought the old ones were fine. Daniel's eyes narrowed. And the shoes? They can last another few months, no need to waste money. Waste money? She was talking to a millionaire about wasting money on his own child. But then a more horrifying truth came out. The maid admitted that she sold many of Lily's new clothes and toys for personal profit and replaced them with old, cheap items. Daniel's entire body went cold. You used my daughter for money? Clara silently nodded. Daniel fired her immediately and warned security never to let her near the house again. But as a father on a mission, he entered Lily's classroom quietly. Lily looked up, and her eyes widened. Daddy, the teacher began to speak. Sir, you can't just. But Daniel raised a hand. "I'm not here to argue. I'm here to sit with my daughter." "Sweetheart, why didn't you tell me?" Lily's lips trembled. "I didn't want to bother you, Daddy. You're always busy." He felt his heart twist painfully. He held her hand tightly. "You could never bother me, never." The entire class was silent. Daniel turned to the children. "I want you all to know something," he said calmly. "This girl, my daughter, is the bravest person I know, and she deserves kindness, not laughter." He drove her straight to a boutique, letting her choose anything she wanted: dresses, shoes, a new backpack. Her smile returned slowly, piece by piece. Then he made a promise. "I'll drop you to school myself from now on." He hired a new caretaker, installed school surveillance access, and personally met each teacher, ensuring Lily would never be mistreated again. He also donated uniforms and supplies to the school for children in need, so no student would ever face embarrassment like Lily did. That night, Daniel tucked Lily into bed. As she held his hand, she whispered, "Daddy, will you come to my school tomorrow too?" He kissed her forehead. "Every day, sweetheart." Daniel had money, power, fame, but none of it mattered until he realized what he had been missing: being a father. He didn't just fix her dress, he fixed their bond. And from that day on, Lily walked into school not with torn clothes, but with the confidence of a girl who knew her father stood with her, always.